Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, I don't know if you see anything different, but I'm gonna show you. Alright guys, so as you know, I have got the Icon Stage 3 2.5 that added upper control arms, the coilover. I've got the 315s on 17-inch KMC tracks, courtesy of one of my buddies. And these things look freaking awesome. That really made that look. So I don't know, so basically I wanted to kind of give you guys an update. Last time we did our measurement, we were at 38 inches from the ground to the top of the fender, and now I'm at 40.5, and that's with the tires and with how the current suspension is sitting right now. So you can do the math. You know, this is already settled. It's not gonna settle any more than it already is. I believe the rears were sitting at 37. They were about an inch lower, and so what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go ahead and measure these rears to see if we're about the same as the front. Okay, so before, normally the rear sits a little bit lower. I want to see where we are now after all this. Remember, we do have a 1-inch leaf spring in the rear. Of course, it has sagged. Chevy had the original 0.5 block. I have now added an IBOC 1.5. And so let's see where we're sitting now in comparison with the front. So we're at 39 and 1/4. So we're at 39 inches and 1/4, and our front is at 40 inches 0.5. So we're at 40.5 in the front, we're at 39 and 1/4 in the rear, and that's pretty good. Let me go and show you the reason why I kind of want it. So if that like makes sense, we were sitting an even a half an inch lower before I put these new blocks in. So let's check out these new blocks. All right guys, so those are the new 1.5-inch blocks. Of course, you know the Trail Boss came with 0.5, so I added 1.5, and that compensates for the sag of the spring, gives me a little boost, and it made everything look a little more level now that we have, you know, a little more lift in the rear. So you guys tell me. I know it's a little hard to tell, it's sunny out, but you got 40.5 here, and you got 39.25 here, and to me, I think a little rake in the rear is perfectly fine. I wanted to attempt to level it out as much as possible, because of course, you know, we weigh down the rear end, and I eventually am gonna have to replace that leaf spring. Unfortunately, the level up suspension leaf spring lasted quite a while, but you know, over time they do sag, and you know, I might need to get a heavy duty overland spring like some of these Tacoma guys are running, which I've heard good things about them, but otherwise everything else is going good. And the IBOC block was fairly easy to put in, not too bad, and I think the truck is looking really good. Of course, I need to get a skid plate to protect some of that front there, and I'm in a, like, I want it debate about what bumper we should be getting for this truck here, because I'm all about getting the bumper, but I'm not really sure which one I should get. I really like the Victory Off-Road. I really actually don't mind the look of the DV8. I like the DV8, and they're both about the same in comparison, you know, as far as price goes. But I don't know, guys, you tell me. I feel like most of this is pretty much good to go at this point. The tires have Not really affecting my gas mileage at all. As a matter of fact, I'd say, which y'all gonna say this doesn't make any sense, I feel like I get better gas mileage because they're not as aggressive as my mud terrain. Even though I just replaced the aggressiveness with weight, I actually do better on the highway. I'm getting about 16, 17 on the highway and about 14 and a half to 15 in the city, where I was getting like 13 in the city. So kind of crazy to argue, you know, that I'm getting better gas mileage with bigger tires, but I mean, it is what it is, right? It's what's happening. So yeah, that's what those are looking like. I got to get rid of this spare up underneath here because that's going to be not looking so hot. I can't actually, you know, I can't really do anything with the spare with these big tires. I got it locked, but I am running that spare in the back. I do have it back here, but yeah, nice looking. Everything is looking good. So this is kind of where I wanted it, but I am thinking about also getting a hitch mount that goes into the hitch so I can carry my spare tire. I know some of them have the picnic ones. Let me know what you guys think about those spare tires, the spare tire mounts, because I've heard the hitch mount ones are really nice, and I've heard you know, both reviews, like, oh, they're really good, or oh, they're really not that good. So if you guys are running them, I know a buddy of mine, acquaintance, has a Bison that's running his, and it actually looks pretty nice. It does make it a little longer. You hit them on the trails a little bit, but I mean, I guess they're kind of designed to be hit like that, and so I guess it wouldn't be a huge big deal. But definitely need a bumper here. Can I make it right here? This camera, right? So I definitely need a bumper. Definitely some way to carry a spare, other than a patch kit with me. And otherwise, I'm liking the build. I'm liking how it's turning out. And I actually, as a matter of fact, I added some new LASFIT brake lights. Now, they had an issue before, and I guess they resolved the issue. So these are the lights I replaced. If you can see them in there, they look very different than those bulbs. Now, what they were doing before they were replaced was when you go to turn your lights on, they weren't actually illuminating how your brake lights should be illuminated at night while you're driving. They weren't doing that. So for whatever reason, whether it's a programming or a you know, firmware issue, it wasn't working. So we're gonna test these out tonight. They were super easy to put in. I just made a quick short on how to put them in, so I'm not really gonna put it in this video, because I mean, you just pop the light out and pop the new light in and put the brake assembly back together, brake light assembly back together. It literally took me 3 minutes to do it. So we're gonna check those out tonight. Other than that, guys, I know that again, just to recap, 40 and a half in the front, we're at 39 and a quarter in the rear. And I think I'm sitting right where I want to. We have tons of room to move here, but I'm not gonna really move any more up on this, because then I'd have to do something with this. And we've already modded here, and I need to mod the other side of this rear because we're gonna rub. But myself and Kevin, we modded this as well. So we cut a little bit of this away, tuck this back. And the same with this here, we cut here. These are the correct offset, so we're actually not rubbing anywhere else. So we're actually doing really good. No apparent rub here. Obviously in the back, we've modded this side. I need to mod the other side, but we're not really rubbing too bad. And I'm talking about a full flex rub. So we were rubbing before. When that G80 kicks in, it really hits hard with that G80. Okay, you can't see me. That's kind of silly, this camera. So when the G80 kicks in, guys, it kicks in like a beast. You know, it hits it, and it moves that axle forward slightly, and it jams the fender liner. So what I want to do is I want to mod the other side, so when I'm at max flex, we're not having those issues. So I'll probably end up showing you guys eventually when I cut this other side how I'm gonna cut it. We did the same thing on Justin's. I can link the video up here when we did cut his, because his was modded fully. He also had a different offset wheel. So stand by, I'm gonna check out these brake lights at night. I'll link them in the description if you like them. They're LED brake lights, so they're a little bit brighter. So people can see when you're stopping, so stand by. Okay guys, so if you can see here, just wanted to show you the difference. This is a turn signal, this is a brake light. So babe, go ahead and hit the brakes. Oh yeah, that's way brighter. Take your foot off the brake a sec. So go ahead and hit the brakes. That's a huge, yeah, that's a huge difference. So I'm gonna step back guys so you all can see this. So off the brake. Right, so those are the running lights. Those are what the new LASFIT ones. Now hit the brake. Yeah, those are really bright. And as you can see, you can take your foot off the brake. They're on just like they're supposed to be with the headlights on. Babe, put it in drive real quick, just with the brake on. Yep, they're staying on. Everything's good. We're good, babe.
Blinker.
Go ahead, you can hit the blinker, but I didn't change the blinker out. Go ahead, babe. Now the left blinker. See, you guys can see the difference. Now hit the brake lights. Super bright, super bright. All right, y'all. So the LASFIT brake lights work very, very well. They're extremely bright. And everyone's gonna see you stopping. You don't have to worry about that. Kind of nice to have those bright brake lights because you can be seen, you know, far away, and those are really nice. I wish that that Chevy actually made these LED like they should, but they don't. But these are really cool. They LASFIT lights work. I'll link everything in the description for y'all. All right, everyone, so that's closing the video today. We checked out the lift, we checked out the blocks, talk about a few mods that I keep talking about that I need. You know, guys, everything costs money. I was lucky enough, you know, I've got a few sponsors here and there, but nothing crazy like bumpers and, you know, big expensive items. My extrusion overland rack is one of them, and that thing has done awesome for me. The knob sight lights, which are awesome for me. Please, that helps support the channel, helps us do what we keep doing out here. But the IBOC 1.5 inch is really helped get me that level that I really was looking for, and I really like the way it looks now. The front and rear bumpers and somehow to attach the tire would be my ideal finisher to the truck. Are we really ever finished? Not really, you know, we're never really finished. But that would be ideally what I'm looking for. But those LASFIT lights are stupid bright, and I like bright things. So just kind of like the front LEDs, obviously put the LEDs in, and instead of having the lights up, you obviously got to trim them down, and that's really easy to do. There's adjustment screws there. But thanks for watching, everyone. God bless. Everything I've talked about will be in the description. The lift I have, the blocks I use, the LEDs I put in, and stay safe and have a great day, whatever day it is for you. Hopefully it's not a Monday, but if it is, have a great one.